One of the biggest areas of challenge for many of us would be expectations. Expectations that people or society has of me in the course of my life. And therefore, it's probably very important to understand this itself. Understanding expectations becomes the key to living our lives peacefully. So let's say as children, we will have some classic cases, and maybe we'll just take a couple of examples. Like sometimes we might be telling ourselves or telling our friends that, my folks back home, they always want me to eat the kind of food that they think is right for me. I mean, we would have heard this many a time. Maybe some of us feel this way too. They always want me to eat the things that they think is correct. So if we kind of break it down, it might form into a sentence like this, that I should do what they think is right for me. It's not even there. The problem is not probably in this. It is when I say I should always do what they think is right for me. And this is perhaps the way I internalize this. Now it's important just to take a pause, hit that pause button, look at equal reality. They always want me to do. Pause and let's reflect. If you can take a paper and a pen, just jot down 5 or 10 things which they ask you to do, and it's not as if you didn't like it, you also are okay with it. So when we are saying they always want me to do what they expect, it's like saying they want me to do but I don't like it. But let's take a list of 10 items where I like it and they ask me to do. Probably till date I am not bothered about it, because what comes to my notice is only that which I don't like. Surely there are things that I like and they ask me to do. Let's make a list of that. Let's say they did take me for a movie which I liked. They did buy me a pizza one day of my like. List will go on. We can all write. So what's the equal reality? Is it always that they are asking me to do only what they like? Certainly not. When I say they, it need not be someone at home, parents or guardians. It can be anyone outside too, maybe even my friends. Right? Anyone. Society. There's a flip. The other thing which we normally talk of is, they never allow me to play. Never. They never allow me to play. Is it actually true? And let's open it up and see. And yes, there are times that they have probably said, no, don't play because you have to do this or that or that. But there are so many occasions when I have been allowed to play. So it's not as if they never allowed. So these words are actually our judgments, our interpretations and labels that we assign to a certain expectation that they have of us. Hopefully it's making sense and it's opening up something for us in trying to make us understand that it was not a one-way traffic all the time. If we just quietly take this thing and turn it over to the other side, it could also be like this, that maybe they are saying that he always wants his way only. If I tell him anything else, he rejects it. Possible, no? He never listens to me, is what they may be saying too. So we can really see that this is a two-way traffic, and expectation is something that once we understand from both sides, then it's probably no more that always or never. These two words might start to kind of lose their grip on us. And we realize that, hey, it is sometimes. Immediately you can see a shift in the way you respond, right? The way we respond to that will probably be a little different. So maybe, just a request that if we can take a paper and pen and if we can go back in time, from as early as we can remember and jot down a few things that we have been provided, maybe by our parents, guardians, friends, or society, whoever. Let's list down 10, 20, 15 items, whatever comes to our mind, which really was something we loved, which was really something which helped us or made a difference to us. Let's just make a list. It can be anything, right? I mean, we might start with, let's say, notebooks that we have. We might say music CDs that someone gave us. Can be food, anything. Just let's list it down. All the things that helped us to live our lives till today the way we have. Yeah, hopefully we have a few points. Just a few which are right on top of our mind. Okay. I would request that all of us, if we can embark on a little journey from here together. And it would be nice if we can close our eyes in this journey and travel together. Right? So surely we've written down 10, 15 items there or 20 items there. Let's try and look at each one of these. Have I? Each one of us can ask this question to ourselves. Have I done anything to produce that item? Have I paid any money to procure it? Indeed, did I do anything to get it at all? Or were they just given to me? They've all been given to me. Someone has done the work. Someone has put in effort. And it has come to me. Take a look at each of the items and let's see what it makes us feel. Nothing at all I have done. It has just been coming to me all the time. All the time. Indeed, there's a sense of fullness, a sense of gratitude, thankfulness that is felt towards whoever gave all these to us, whoever made all this happen for us. Surely we are feeling that sense of gratitude inside us. Right? This is a great opportunity in our heart for us to thank each one of the people who have made these happen for us, who have given these things to us without really any effort on our part. Right? Right? Maybe we can just open our eyes now and try to really feel that fullness inside. And from this fullness, from this feeling of gratitude, if I take a look at that same expectation that people had of me, my family had of me, my friends had of me, what do I feel? Now, not for a minute one is saying that because I'm feeling grateful now, whatever anyone tells me I have to listen. Not at all. This is an eye-opener. This is just to make me feel now that, hey, thanks to so many things so many have given to me, I am what I am today. I also have a chance to express my gratitude. It is in this sense of fullness when I meet that person next time and that person asks me to do something in a certain way. Maybe I will be a little more open-minded now. Right? Hey, there must be some reason they're asking me to do this. Surely let's think about it this way. Someone calls me for dinner. They care for me and they're calling me for dinner. Someone tells me, hey, enough of playing, is probably because they want me to succeed in something. My well-being is something that they are thinking of on my behalf and communicating to me. Now, I still have a chance. I can turn around and say, no, I won't do it. Maybe I can say, okay, this time I will, next time I won't. Many things can happen, but at least I have an open mind, an open mindset. And surely we'll experience this. As we start becoming more open, we will find people on the other side are also more open. So it will happen over time that in some cases we say okay, in some cases they say okay. Because expectation is something we will live through in all our life, throughout our life. We are going to have people around us who will have expectations of us. It is the understanding of expectations that becomes the key. And there's no point in my losing my peace over it. If I look at 360 degree, that hey, there are some times that they do listen to me, I might become a little more friendly. And when they start looking at it that hey, he does listen to me so many times, they might also accommodate some of my requests and life goes on smoothly. This is indeed an exploration, an experiment and an experience for all of us. All the very best in what we undertake from here. We would be happy to listen to you. If you would like to reach out to us, offer any suggestions or feedback, please do write to us at dcare@dikshalearning.com. Have a blessed time ahead. Hit the pause button, experience equal reality, and have a wonderful life.